My name's Terry Lewis, and I'd like to welcome everybody to our Thursday night fast start call for Novus Era. It truly is a new era. And I have the pleasure tonight of introducing a gentleman that is a true leader. His name is Dean Nunley. He's a very successful home builder. He spends long days, long hours being a master of his craft. But he found out many years ago that also there's another way that he could leverage the time and the efforts of a lot of other people. And he chose to do network marketing even though he has a real busy schedule. And he's been very successful, a top money earner. Dean, are you with us tonight?
I am, Terry. Thank you so much. You hit it right on the head. I do keep busy, but I found not only a need to do something on the side, but I found a way to get it done on the side by squeezing a little bit of time out of my schedule, and it's worked out well. As Terry said, tonight is our Fast Start call. So welcome, everybody. Good to have you on the call. I'm going to cover something a little bit different than what you might have heard in the past. I won't go into a whole lot of detail of exactly how you're going to go out there and get your prospects, but I do want to talk about two things specifically. One is not just how to get a fast start, but the importance of getting a fast start. And the second thing is I want to understand the difference of being an affiliate in our business versus being a director in our business, because there's a tremendous amount of difference, and I just want to make sure you guys are aware of that. Now, one thing I've noticed recently as we've laid out our plan, some people have watched the video on the Perfect Line, and when they watch it, there's so much detail on that they see it as being complicated. Well, of course, the intention of that video is to make sure that you have an area where you don't have to go ask a bunch of questions. It's right there. It goes long, I understand that, but that's because we're trying to give you very specific ideas of just exactly how each element of our plan works. So when you look at that, don't think of it as, oh my gosh, this thing is so confusing, I can't believe it, because A, it's not. It's not confusing, and once you get it, you won't even think of it as confusing. But I can certainly relate to those people who look at that the first time and think it is. So here's the main reason I say it's not confusing. It's not confusing because when a person comes in our business at any level, be that affiliate or director, they're going to automatically get paid 10 levels deep. If you're going to automatically get paid 10 levels deep, if you've compared our plan to others in your history, you realize that's probably twice as deep as most anything you've ever seen. So you're automatically getting paid 10 levels deep. Well, if you're going to get paid 10 levels deep, you don't have to do a lot of thinking. It's going to take you a while before you're going to have an organization that's going to be lower than that anyway. And so by the time you get to the point where level 11, level 20, level 30 is important to you, it will be a piece of cake. You'll understand it exactly, but you don't have to know that right up front. So in terms of being simple, since you're getting paid 10 levels deep, there's no qualifications whatsoever except you having your order and having two people. You're going to get paid 10 levels deep. That couldn't get any simpler. And like I say, you'll pick up all the other stuff as you move into some of the upper ranks. So I want to make sure that's clear. Those videos are intended to make sure that everybody has the opportunity to specifically understand each and every single element of the plan. I said it was simple. It is as simple as getting two people. That's the requirement. That's what you have to do to get paid. That's what puts you in our business and starts paying you. And then, of course, you having either an order yourself or one customer, that's it. That's all you got to have. Now, what's really interesting, if you look down at the binary part of it, the perfect binary is what they're calling that. Some people get the wrong impression because of the word binary, because they're used to the typical binary type of plan where, yeah, you may have $52 billion in one leg, but you only get paid as deep as whatever you're doing on the other side. That is not the case here. In our case, you're going to get paid 10 levels deep as long as you have that second person, just one person in that other side. That is partially why we call it perfect, and the other reason we call it perfect is because of the pay points. The pay points give you the opportunity. If you don't understand those, you'll need to look at that video, and it'll explain them very well. But it gives you the opportunity to continue to get paid to infinity each time you enroll a brand new person. You're going to make your money again for that extra pay point position. And so if that person ends up on level 20, then your pay point is on number 19, and you're going to get paid 30 levels from that 19th position. So as you can see, you can go to infinity with this plan. All you got to do is put two people in. When I say all you got to do is put two people in, if you've got two people in your business, your next goal is simple. It's go out there and find some more people, because as you find more people, they're going to go in underneath those. And as those people find people, they're going to go underneath them. So your goal is to help each of those two get their two. Now you got four. Then your goal is for the 6 of you or however many there are, 7 of you, to go out there and help them get there too. And it's just 2 all the way down, 2, 4, 8, 16, et cetera, et cetera. Here's the magic. If you'll do that, and if you just think of it like that, how simple could it be? After you've done that for 12 months, if all you did was put 2 people in your very first month and you helped each of those people do 2 the next month, you carried that on out for 12 months, you will be making a 6-figure income. Now, that's pretty basic and that's pretty simple. One thing I won't say, though, is that that's easy. It's not easy. I understand it's not easy. I love to compare it to dieting. There's probably people on this call who have been on a diet before. If you've not been on a diet, I promise you know somebody who has. And if you were to interview all the people that you know, including yourself, if you're one of them who has been on a diet, and you ask them how many of them had success, I promise you the number would be low. It would be a low percentage of people who had success on their diet. Now, my question is this. Is that because dieting is so incredibly complicated that you have to be a rocket scientist to understand how to lose weight? My contention is no. There's nothing complicated about it. All you got to do, in simple terms, is put in less calories and exercise a little bit more and get rid of some. It's just that simple. Here's the problem most people have. They want to go out and they want to lose 20 pounds for the reunion or whatever it happens to be, the wedding. They want to do it, and they want to do it next month. And when they get out there and they try to lose that weight, if they don't see some success, then they just give up. Well, if a person really understood that, and like I said, it's not because it's complicated. They know what to do. If they would just do it on a consistent basis for a long enough period of time, even if all they lost was 2 pounds a month, and let's say their goal was 20, at 2 pounds a month, it isn't exciting. I know it's not exciting, but don't give up, because if you lose 2 pounds a month for a year, you are way past your goal of 20 pounds. I love to compare dieting to our business because there's so many similarities in human nature. I want people to understand if your goal is to do the proper activities each and every single day, and you're willing to give it some time and learn as you go, 1 year from now, you can finally be in a position to where money is no longer a problem. You'll have a heck of a lot of fun doing it. You'll supply people with some great products. You'll enjoy taking the products, and we'll all have a good time. So anyway, that would be my way of explaining to you how simple this thing really is. But check this out. I said if you just get 2 in your first month and you help each one of them get 2 in their first month, and then you help each of those get 2 in their first month, you'll have a 6-figure income. That's true. That's not any kind of a promise, but it is true. That's how the numbers will work out. If you were to look at what would happen if you got 3 and taught the same thing, I won't even tell you what the numbers are. It's ridiculous. I will tell you this. It's going to be more than 100 times as much for that extra third person. So you do the math on that, and you figure out whether you just want to get 2 or if you want to get 3 or if you want to get a whole lot more. Now, this is critically important. As an affiliate, you come in the business for $70. As an affiliate, you get paid X, whatever it is. If you are willing to either upgrade to a director by doing the work, you can see that in the plan. It's an easy upgrade by sweat equity, or you can come in at director, $400, or at any point in your future, you can decide to become a director by spending the $400 and upgrading on your own. Why would you do that? Well, first of all, if you come in as an affiliate and you're intending to build a business, you don't have anything to build the business with. All you got was some product for yourself. If you're going to have some product around to use as samples, you're going to need some stuff. That's what you're going to spend your $400 on, is the tools that you need to build your business. So if you spent the $400, got some tools to build your business, the fact that you did that is going to basically double your income for the rest of your life. Just the difference of you being a director versus an affiliate means the percentages are twice as big on the different bonuses you're going to get. Plus, you're going to qualify for some bonuses you wouldn't even qualify as an affiliate. So it totally makes sense to have an intention and a desire to become a director if you possibly can. If you happen to find yourself in a position, as so many do, that's not comfortable financially, let us show you how to earn your way there. And all you got to do there is do what you're supposed to be doing anyway, and that's go out and enroll some other people. So allow us to help you do that. Now, one other thing that you've got to understand, since we're a brand new company, you need to understand this up front. We talked a minute ago about pay points. Pay points is when you sponsor your third person and beyond, you get an additional business center right above that person. That means anything from that pay point down, you're going to get paid on 30 levels from the pay point, plus on that exact same volume, you're going to get paid in your top position. So basically, you've doubled your income again. If you'll go out there and get after it very quick, this is the critical importance of getting a really fast start. If you'll go out and you'll sponsor your first 2, they're on your top line. If you'll go sponsor 4 more people as quick as you possibly can, you will end up with a pay point right above those 4. That means that your first level has the first 2 you sponsored, and your second level has your 4 pay points. Now, what's going to happen there is every single bit of activity for the rest of your life that goes on underneath your business is going to be underneath one of those 4 pay points, which means every bit of your business is going to pay you double again. So think about this. If you come in as affiliate, you get paid once. If you upgrade or earn your way to director, you're going to get paid twice on the exact same effort. If you'll get a quick start and sponsor 6 people as quick as you possibly can, you're going to double that again. So basically what? You're making 4 times the money. Surely you guys understand what I'm talking about. You understand the reason that a director is the proper place for building a business, because it's going to pay you the most amount of money. And I hope you understand the importance of getting a fast start and how that'll pay you for the rest of your life. In simple terms, when we go out there and we try to find those 2 people or 10 or however many you're going to put in the business, we've created a really cool marketing system for you called the Perfect Line. The Perfect Line is a place where you can send someone to your unique site. It will do most of the work for you as far as getting people information. You will, of course, have to follow up with these people. I can assure you, you don't just send your site out and everybody just joins up. You're going to have to make some calls and touch base with these people, answer their questions. But the Perfect Line does so much of the work for you and keeps those people informed, and it also keeps you informed. How do you get people to that Perfect Line? Any way you want to do it. It doesn't make a lot of difference. We do Saturday trainings all the time to teach people different types of scripts that they can use. But I just love texting people, and the reason that I like texting, and this is exactly what I did when I first got involved. I texted, I don't know what it was, probably 20 or 30 people, and it said something very simple. I don't remember what it was exactly, but along the lines of, I ran across something recently that really looks good. Don't know if you have any desire to make some extra income, but if you do, hit me back. Just something simple. Say something that's comfortable for you, and it's not going to be something that looks like it's a come-on to your prospect. All I'm doing to those people is trying to create curiosity and see who might have some kind of an interest in what the heck I'm up to now. If they text me back, now I know who I need to call. I don't have to call all 20 people. I use the texting simply to squeeze the 4 or 5 people who did respond, the ones that I thought were still alive. I use the ones who replied to me to call out and do what's much more proper and much more effective, and that is a personal call. Of course it's better, but it didn't take me 1 minute to text 20 people to find out which 5 that I should call. If you look at that, you got several hundred people in your phone book of your phone. Just text a whole bunch of people. Find out who's interested. And I'm not saying that if you got 200 people you sent that text to that you're not going to talk to all 200 of them someday. What I'm saying is, if you texted all 200 of them and 50 of them hit you back or 20 of them or whatever, now you know who you should be reaching out to. So that's why I like texting. It's so easy. It's so comfortable. People are much more comfortable with it. People are more likely to read their text than they are to listen to your message or reply to your calls. So I just think texting is a great way to put it out there and find out if somebody might have some kind of an interest in finding out more about what we're doing. Now, of course, you can do the exact same thing with other types of social media. A lot of people are on Facebook. I've tried this tweeting thing. I still haven't got it down. I cannot figure it out. Maybe somebody can teach me how to do it. But I'm assuming for those of you who know how to tweet that you know how to do that in such a way that you can get that going too. So there's lots of different ways to use technology today to find out who it is you need to be talking to, keeping in mind that your odds are going to go way up once you start actually contacting those people and talking to them in person. But let's use, if nothing else, let's use the texting to find out who it is that we should be calling. Something else a lot of people often don't think about is, am I going to be doing this texting and calling all the time every single day for the rest of my life? Well, you are, but it's going to change. You do that with your personal prospects, and you're going to find enough people who get in your business who like what we're doing. You're going to kind of change your schedule. It will no longer be as much time spent of you going out there and trying to find your people as it is supporting those people. You know so much more than they do. Their goal, as yours was when you began, is only to create curiosity. If you can create curiosity, since you're brand new, you can use the excuse, which isn't really an excuse, you can use the excuse that you really don't know the answers to their questions, but you know someone who probably does. Now, when you try to get someone on a three-way call, it's kind of like pulling teeth. A lot of times that guy on the other end is thinking, oh, my gosh, some guy's going to hammer me and he's going to put the heavy pitch on me. That is not what we do. It is certainly not what I do. My goal when I do a business like this is to be totally honest as I possibly can be, answer the questions that they have, because I am not looking to sell anybody on what we're doing. I am looking for a person who is the right fit. I do not want to sell them. I don't want to talk them into doing something and then sign up just to get me off the phone, because all I'm going to do then is waste my time and theirs. I'd much prefer they just said no and I'll see you at church or whatever. I would much prefer to talk to a lot more people to find out which ones really were the proper prospect for what we're doing and work with those people than have all the baggage of trying to get a bunch of people and feeling bad because I didn't talk them into it. Don't talk them into it. That's why I say all you're trying to do at the very beginning of your business is to get good enough at what you say to where that person is at least curious and willing to get on the phone. I always encourage people when they're trying to get someone to do a three-way with me to make sure and tell that person that this guy, Dean, who I'm going to try to get you on the phone with, is not going to hammer you. He is not going to twist your arm. He's only going to answer your questions, and I can assure you one thing, he's going to tell you the truth. The reason for that is if the truth is not good and you don't like it, that's all we want to find out. We just want to find out if you have an interest. But the good part is he's not going to sit there and try to sell you. He'll just answer your questions so that you can make a proper decision. So that's what a three-way is. So basically what I've said is if you'll use the social media to find out who is alive, who is interested, who is curious, and then you get on the phone with that person, when they hit you back and you create a little bit of curiosity, you use the excuse that you don't really know all the answers, but you'd like to get them on the phone with somebody who could answer their questions, and I promise you they're not going to try to sell you. It'll be just the opposite. I'm more likely to try to talk somebody out of it than into it, because I would like to spend my time helping those people who really want to do something and not wasting my time trying to get someone to do something who really doesn't want to in the first place. So anyway, that's what I had. I hope you guys understand the importance of getting a fast start, the really, really strong importance of getting those first six. It could pay you double for the rest of your life. One thing I would tell you can do, if you don't understand what I've said tonight and you want a very, very simple explanation of some of the points that I've tried to make, if you will visit a website by the name of don'tmakeitsohard.com, just like it sounds without an apostrophe, don'tmakeitsohard.com. That site will give you some scripts. It'll kind of tell you what's going on. It'll kind of give you the attitude of sifting. We are not in the business of selling. We're in the business of sifting. It'll give you the right attitude. And the way I've designed that is kind of fun, is it's got about 6 or 8 different little cartoons on there. And you just watch those 2 little cartoon characters talk back and forth, and you will get the point of each one of those trainings. And I promise you, you'll understand it when you see it, and you'll have a little bit of fun watching those videos. And if they make sense to you, use them. If they don't make sense to you, then maybe you're one of those people that just wants to make a few dollars and you're happy with that. But do visit don'tmakeitsohard.com. So with that, Terry, I appreciate you hosting tonight, as you are always willing to do. I'll just hand it back to you.
Thank you, Dean. You did a great job. And Novacera really, truly is a new era. I mean, I strongly believe people would have to look long and hard to find a company that you could get in at the very beginning, to find something that can build so fast as a 2x30 matrix. I'm sure there's 3, 4, 5 by whatever matrix is, but a 2x30 where you can make the type of income Dean was talking about by only bringing in 2 people, and by bringing in more than 2, you could have the potential of double or tripling your income. Wow, what an exciting opportunity. So, I mean, those of you that are serious, you really need to look at your schedule, set aside what's comfortable for you, whether it be 5 hours a week, 8 hours a week, 10 hours a week, plug into our training, and find a way that you can work the business for a short period of time and create some huge momentum. Would you rather have your business build fast? How quick do you want to get to that 6-figure income? We thank you for the call, and everyone have a great evening, and thank you again, Dean.